OBS is definitely showing some load here. Let's see here, now we're 1080-60. Let me check over, and it looks like we've got transcoding on this stream still too. Let's see how we're looking here. Let me open up cam. Seems GPU performance didn't go up too much. Like yesterday, I was maxing out like 90%, 99%. It was bad. But I was pretty sure I was 1080-60 before, so I'm back to 1080-60. That's a good thing. And let's also make sure we introduce fuel to the right spinny thingy. See here, and right spinny thingy number 2 is now coming up. So we are good to go here. We've got fuel. Let's turn on the parking brake temporarily. Let's also bring on the standby transponder here. I believe I've already done most of the rest of this. Let's go ahead and get our windshield heat turn on, our probes turn on, and I believe we can start to... Good, right spinny fan thing is up. Let's go ahead and shut down the APU. APU's coming down. Let's go and turn on the rest of my hydraulics. And it looks like I should be able to take off now. I'm hoping. I really am. So, Noodles, how does the stream look so far? Does it look pretty smooth? I'm looking at it from just my view here on Twitch. Also, Noodles, if you're still in here, Noodles 8's coming from the CRJ. The CRJ is essentially a whole bunch of CRT monitors, and they don't exactly look all that brilliant, so that's part of the issue. But I'm going to go ahead and take off and see what happens here, hopefully. I've got this configured the way I want it to. And like I said, I'm basically playing with settings right now, trying to get the stream back up to the level it was at. So let's go ahead and set flaps to 8 for takeoff. Parking brakes coming back off, and here we go. We are officially on the roll again. Yeah, I'm also trying to get used to centerline for this aircraft. I know yesterday I had an issue with that when I flew into Princess Juliana. So takeoff config is okay. Seatbelt signs, no smoking is armed and on, so we're good there. Just trying to make sure I get this center line correct. I think that's the most difficult thing when, you know, you're not flying a specific airplane. Like, I mean, generally the rule speaking is, you know, you put the center line between your legs, and that's generally the rule speaking for most aircraft, but this one just seems to be a little bit off. Like, I think it's like a little bit to the right of, so I'm trying to get used to that. I'm going to pretend that we're right about the MSN 10072. I also want to go ahead and check my graphics settings and make sure nothing fell, because it just does not look as crisp as... Oh, that's the reason why. My graphics settings dropped way low. I wonder if this is now going to max my stream out. No wonder why my graphics look terrible right now. Let's go ahead and go back to Ultra like I was set for last night. I can't believe that happened, actually. I never have this issue occur. But of course, it could be a flight sim issue. This does happen occasionally. Let's go down to 100 here. Let's bring this thing back to life here. 100. Let's say I knew it was... I thought it was a little bit more blurry than normal. Like, generally, my stuff looks really crisp and good. There we go, 2x2, and let's go ahead and just apply and save this. Let's see if this maxes out my PC. It probably will. Oh, there goes my CPU. 97%, 87% low. GPU's at about 7180. This isn't terrible yet, right? Okay, here we go. There we go. This looks beautiful. Chris Cox, welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you here. I'm doing some stream testing right now. I had to completely reset slabs yesterday, so I'm hoping I've got it reconfigured the way I need it to be reconfigured again. But so far, for Ultra, this seems to be what I'm used to, at least, for dealing with graphics. So, and this actually looks pretty good right now. Hey, Seth, how are you doing? Like I said, I'm doing some stream testing here, so don't mind me if I, end the stream or something like that, because I'm just basically doing some stream testing, making sure that I got everything working the way it should be again. Let me go ahead and also come in here. I want to check to make sure I do have photogrammetry on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just turn on dev mode for a minute. I just want to pay attention to my FPS for a minute here while I get everything readjusted to what it was, at least for slabs. Still learning. Oh, yeah? Okay, awesome. Yeah, the CRJ is a very, how should I put it? It's a complex aircraft that's not so complex, right? There's a lot to it. It's not an easy aircraft by any means. But currently, like I said, I'm doing some testing here on the stream. I'm trying to make sure that I got my graphics settings back to where they were at, as well as getting slabs completely reconfigured, because I cleared out the cache for it yesterday, completely reset slabs to make sure that I had it functioning correctly, because I was having major issues with it. Let's see here really quick, and then I should be lining up for center line here. I think I'm on the center line. Let's try this really quick. Like that, or I'm going to be very close to the center line here. Let's take a look at where I'm at. That's beautiful. All right, so it looks like right about here. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and roll on some power here real quick. Go to Toga. All right, here we go, folks. We're about to take off. We'll see how this goes. And I hope the audio sounds good. That was something that I was mainly working on. That was the initial plan, was just working on audio, trying to get everything to kind of even out a little bit. And we've already at a rotation speed. Let's get this bird back up in the air. Here we go. We're going up. All right, we are climbing. We are officially climbing. This looks good so far. All right, let's go ahead and turn on speed. Let's go ahead and set nav, LNAV mode. And let's go ahead and set the autopilot. Go to climb thrust. We're now officially in the climb detent. We've got LNAV enabled, and we are climbing really fast. Oh yeah, this looks good so far, honestly. I mean, my GPU load's high, and I knew it would be because I got photogrammetry on. Honestly, this looks a lot better than the issues I was having yesterday, so I think the stream looks good. How does the stream look for everybody else? Stream look good? I'm hoping it looks good. Oh, how do you make the, you mean the autopilot turn on to heading? All you do is just hit the heading button. Like right now, I'll go ahead and I'll just lock my heading, just so you can see it. Actually, I'll do it here in a second because I want this to turn this waypoint really quick to make sure it looks good. Yeah, so far this is working, actually. I'm pretty happy thus far. All right, we're making our left turn out here. Let's also go ahead. We're at 5,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and increase the speed up to 250 for our climb rate. Whoa, Muse is on Twitch. Good morning. I'm doing some stream testing right now because of me having to reset everything like I did yesterday. I'm trying to make sure I've got it set up the way I want it, so. All right, here we go. Yeah, this so far looks pretty good, and I'm back to 1080p 60. I've also got transcoding on the entire stream. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I think this is going to work out the way I wanted it to. Make sure here really quick, I'm just checking my stream settings. Video 2560 by 1080 and on my output scale, that's good. So that looks good to me. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, a wonderful morning though. Yeah, so Muse, I do know there is a little bit of a delay with Streamlabs chatbot when you go to drop in the emote. So if you were to drop in that Quasi Guru tape again, it probably will go ahead and pop up and work. Let's see here really quick though. So far, this looks really good. Yeah, and somehow I ended up, and I don't get how I did it, but somehow I ended up, so yeah, anyway, real quick MSFS. So all you do is you go over to your heading, you set your heading for what you want it to be. So let's say I want my heading to be set to 90, right? So I'm going to set it to 9090. You hit the heading button, and the airplane should just start to turn. Like right now, it's starting to turn to the right to 090. I'm gonna go back to LNAV mode really quick. This all looks good so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at... God, this actually looks really good right now. I'm actually pretty impressed. Yeah, exactly. That easy. Let's see here. Legs. Flight plan. All right, this all looks good. Actually, the simulator is looking brilliant. But like I said, for some odd reason, I just lost my graphic settings loading up into the simulator. I don't exactly know how that happened. Oh, so autopilot's right here. So the autopilot engage button's right here. You'll see two lights next to it. You'll see a green light here and a green light here. Also, let's see here. It does not show up on the PFD though. I just noticed that. But you can actually see that, you know, you're basically climbing. So it's a very, how should I say it? It's a basic airplane, but it's also still very complex. There's a lot to it. Yeah, so later on, Noodles, 14AD and I should be streaming. It should be on his channel though. It won't be on mine. I don't know what time it's going to be yet. We haven't exactly discussed the time yet on that, but we will be streaming here a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and climb up to 29, let's go ahead and get speed back up to 29. Let's go 320 right now, so we can just go ahead and climb like crazy. We'll climb at 320 knots. Yeah, but this is actually looking really good. I'm pretty impressed. In fact, I might come back in for a landing here really quick at where we just took off, just to make sure that it still looks just as good. I mean, I could do Princess Juliana, but I don't have the scenery yet, and that's something that I realized last night after flying it for the second time ever, that I should probably get the Bayware. It's actually really good scenery for the simulator. Oh, that's excellent, Noodles. That's wonderful. Yeah. But yeah, we should be streaming on his channel sometime later tonight. Like I said, I'm not sure on time on that yet. In fact, I do need to kind of check in with him and see what time he's thinking. Let me go ahead and pull him up on Discord. Actually, he just messaged me. That's kind of funny. What do I have going on around 1 to 2 p.m.? That's in an hour to 2 hours. So yeah, we might be streaming actually sooner. So Noodles, it might be perfect for you. See here really quick, and I'm going to go to the MFD menu. This is actually smoothed out quite a bit. I'm pretty happy with this. We got an hour and 22 minutes currently showing to Princess Juliana. At least this thing is climbing like it should be, though. This is brilliant, and the flight model seems to look really good, too. Oh, this is gorgeous. I'm almost thinking what happened is when I reset slabs last night, it didn't take in the NVIDIA NVENC setting, which uses a separate chip on the GPU to encode. So I'm thinking that might be what happens. Yeah, you know, Muse, it's definitely getting there. There are some issues with it still. Like last night when I was streaming, something that I noticed was if you run VNAV mode like I do all the time, just so you can get, you know, your waypoints essentially, they did fix an issue where the entire screen, this entire section right here would lock up. Now the only part that locks up is the time. So they fixed part of that issue, but the time does occasionally lock up. So like right now, you know, we're 57 nautical miles away from Lucas. And even if I were to say level out right now, right? Let's do altitude select instead. Let's level out. Let's go and get the speed up here. Right now it's showing okay. The time's going down, right? Like we're counting down here for ETA to the next waypoint. But what will eventually happen is the ETA will suddenly stop working completely. So I'm not exactly sure what is causing that. Yeah, so the squawk issue, Muse, was this right here. If you come down here, if you come down here on the panel, you've got this instant push standby. Right here's your ATC selection. I was in standby mode. So as long as you go to ATC 1 or 2, you're actually good. So that fixes that part. The only thing that I don't think they still have working, which let me check that really quick. I'm going to load up vPilot. I'm going to log in as an observer. So that way if there is someone online, we're not going to run into an issue here, right? So I'm dropping vPilot down in here in the window so everyone, well, let's see here. I'm going to turn off Mode C manually. I'm going to see if I can turn on Mode C myself. I think that part is still not working, at least for vPilot. Let's see here real quick. Let's go over to TCAS. We'll go to normal mode. That's not working. Yeah, that part does not work, unfortunately. So you can't do an automatic mode C with this, kind of like you can with the CJ4 when you go TARA, you know. But at least it does have a functioning transponder. I did find out later on from somebody that that was the issue with FATSIM. So, and mind you, I think I found out later on, either during that stream or it was a stream right after it. So, but I'm actually kind of glad though, because right now my frame rate's where it needs to be. And we got beautiful clouds and a beautiful airplane and a stream that's operating brilliantly, and that's about all I can ask for, right? I mean, yeah, 1080-60, plus I got transcoding all the way down to 160p. Okay, so my thoughts on the SimBrief Navigraph announcement. How should I say it? I kind of saw it coming. Mainly because SimBrief has always been surrounded by Navigraph so much, you know, the fact that when you buy charts, you're buying them from Navigraph, right? And if you want to use the air rack data, that you got to use Navigraph's air rack data. So to me, I think it's good news. I think it might also potentially give a possibility of some more integrations with Navigraph, where you can maybe do flight planning directly from Navigraph even. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see what'll happen. I don't think there's going to be anything negative from it, at least not at all. So, no. So at the end of the day, SimBrief is going to remain to be free, which is great. So SimBrief will remain to be free, and you know the only thing that's going to cost money is just Navigraph. But I kind of saw, like I said, I kind of saw it coming. I knew it was going to happen eventually, because it was one of those things that, you know, we've all been expecting, but it's just, you know, it's always been a time will tell thing, right, as to when it'll happen. So, but let's go ahead and speed back up here really quick. Exactly, both will share the same air racks. Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw yesterday, but I will throw this out to you. If you do have the CRJ, do not, and I repeat, do not use your mouse wheel over your aileron trim. I did it by mistake yesterday, and the aircraft started to go into the fastest barrel rolls I've ever seen in my life. And needless to say, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, because theoretically, in airplanes, oh, there we go, it's right in use. Exactly. I do love Navigraph. It really is. It is really nice. But down here, though, we have the aileron trim. Now, the thing is, in any aircraft, you've got two switches that you actually have to activate at the same time for any of the trims. So whether that's rudder trim, aileron trim, elevator trim, you get my drift, right? So the thing is, though, in this aircraft, you only have to activate one of the two switches, at least in the Aerosoft version. So that is a problem. So let me slow this bird down really quick again. But needless to say, though, if you activate one of these two switches, it can actually run out of control, which that's the purpose of two switches. You're supposed to hit both switches so you don't have a run out of control event occur. But needless to say, though, it is working. Just do not use your mouse wheel over the rudder trim or the aileron trim, or you will have a issue with it running over. So but I will be right back, folks. Give me a second here, and I will see you here very shortly, I believe. Let's see here really quick. Where is my... That's interesting. So it looks like my remote that I use is not connecting to My Streamlabs deck is not connecting right now to my... computer. But anyway, I'll be right back, folks. Give me a second here. I just need to go ahead and check something really quick, and I will be back to join you guys. Alright, never fear, folks. Your captain is here. I am back in the flight deck. Just stepped back in. I think 14AD must have had his ear itching or something when I was talking about him here earlier. Barcelona VAT, some event, 1800, the 2000 that I might do. Wanted to gauge your interest in share contact or maybe CRJ fly along. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we may have a VATSIM event that we might get onto, so I'm kind of excited about that. Let's see here, 1800, 300 Zulu. Let's see here really quick, 2 o'clock would be right in the time for it. 5-1. All right, wonderful. So guys, we are going, I'm just going to announce this really quick here. We are going to do a VATSIM event here on 14AD's channel. It's going to be Barcelona 1 in, 1 out. Go ahead and flip over so you guys can see that really quick here. But VATSPA would like to invite you to the Josep Tarradellas Barcelona Airport. So 1 in, 1 out. So yeah, we will be doing a VATSIM event here on 14AD's channel here probably within the next hour or so. So I'm kind of excited about that. I honestly, guys, I really enjoy flying with 14AD. You know, he's my first officer here on my channel a lot. I'm his first officer in his channel. It makes for fun. We enjoy each other's company. We really have a lot of fun doing it, you know, and I know a lot of you, you know, enjoy the collab streams as well. So I don't know yet on that part. So I'm going to let 14AD decide that because, you know, this is going to be 14AD's channel. So, but honestly, like, I feel like even on some of these events, I make up a time kind of, well, where I'm going to fly to is kind of like last minute, right? Like, I mean, especially if it's a single airport. Now, I do know a little bit more planning went into last Wednesday's stream with 14AD when we did storm chasing. There was more planning that went into that, but I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that this stream is just working the way it should right now. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. My FPS is up, which is good. My audio is crisp like it should be. I almost feel like I don't need to get another mic for a little bit now because of it. Oh, I forgot to turn my strobe light on, guys. It's okay, though. It's okay. It's on now. That's all that matters, right? All right, let's go ahead Oh gosh, yes it was. That was an amazing stream. Those storms were absolutely intense, and I know right before we landed, there was a whole bunch of lightning around us, and I was just like, oh my gosh. I know we actually had one person say go around even. Someone told us to go around, and I was like, nah, we're not going around. We'll still put it down. And we still put it down with butter and ease. Sky Command, welcome to the channel. Glad to see you join in here. You know, I'm doing some stream testing right now, mainly because I was having some issues. There we go. Oh my gosh, Sky Command is dropping some tier 1s here. Thank you so much, Sky Command. Carl Locks Key, thank you so much. Woo, there we go. That is fun. That is totally fun. Thank you so much, Sky Command, for gifting the tier 1 subscription there to Karloxki. Totally appreciate that. I hope you're having a wonderful day yourself. But like I said, I'm doing some stream testing. I yesterday had an issue with a monitor source in OBS, and I can probably go ahead and just I'll just go ahead and show you guys the issue that I was having. Let's see here really quick. Do I have... No, I don't have this display connected. But needless to say, though, in Slobs, there is an advanced audio setting, okay? And in advanced audio settings, there is the ability to monitor audio. And for some odd reason, my Slobs was starting to complain anytime I added a media source outside of anything internal, that it would not give me the monitor option, so I could not personally hear it. So... needless to say, I ended up resetting Slobs completely. Of course, I re-imported all my scenes because that would take forever, right? But I redid Slobs completely, and then found that was the issue. And so, mind you, I'm trying to get everything readjusted a little bit here. Thank you so much, Sky Command. I totally appreciate the support. That is absolutely amazing, folks. But yeah, you know, like I said, I'm just doing some stream testing right now. So it all depends. OBS Studio, I would agree with you, generally a little bit less resource intensive, but here's the thing though, for the most part, all my stuff that I'm doing, I'm already basically pushing my computer. So I have an i7-7700K, and all of my GPU, all my encoding's done through my GPU. I have a 1080 Ti, so it's all being done through standard NVENC. I can't do NVENC New very well because that's really a 20 series card, 30 series card thing, or the 1660 that actually can do NVENC New really well. So I'm almost, in a way, half tempted to get a GTX 1660, slap it into my computer, and use that specifically for video encoding, because of course, you know, it's really hard to find anything else right now. But I will eventually be upgrading to probably hoping to get a 3080 in the future whenever I can find one that's not, you know, too expensive. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's been interesting, but at least I'm back up and running. The stream is smooth again, and it actually looks good. Like I said, you know, with me having old hardware like I do, it's shocking what kind of performance you can get out of old hardware for a stream, right? Because, like, my game settings right now, check this out. You ready for this, Sky Command? I am basically on a modified version of Ultra under 2560 by 1080. I do retain VSync only because with VSync off, you know, it causes an overrun, and, like, it causes OBS to go nuts and, like, lose everything. But right here, though, I'm basically on Ultra settings for my entire texture set. So that's the reason why, you know, I can look so good at 1080. So Kinesso, I've been streaming now for, it looks like 29 minutes. I've been doing some testing, though. So, but here's the thing, though, 1480 and I will be streaming here in about 50 minutes. There's an event out of Barcelona that's going to be going on. Barcelona 1 in, 1 out. We'll go and pop over here so you can see that. But we will be streaming there on his channel here shortly. Jump back over to my FS 2020 scene. That all looks good. Okay, we are back to operating here in the FS 2020 scene. Yeah, I know. And like I said, I'm doing some stream testing, so I was trying to make sure some of the issues I was having last night weren't just maybe I needed to restart Slobs, and I think that's honestly what it was, because now I'm back to streaming at 1080-60. I've also got transcoding all the way down to 160p, And look at my frame rate right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, of course, you know, landing in an airport changes things significantly, right? But at least we are operating again, and it actually looks pretty good. I mean, I'm probably going to do some really quick maneuvers here just to see how steady this stays. But folks, you know what? Here's the thing. Don't take this as realism because, of course, you know, I don't think anyone would ever... Whoa! Canesto is now hosting my stream with one viewer. I am doing a test stream, but people are hosting me. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, so you do not enable transcoding, Sky Command. So what happens is you either have to be partner or occasionally you will get transcoding depending on the way you're hitting the metrics. So it's not a guarantee to get transcoding, but the biggest thing is, though, you want to make sure that your stream is completely smooth and stable before you do it. Like I said, I'm doing some just real quick testing here just to see how everything's going to work out exactly. We're going to just... I'm going to go and bring this down to ground level really quick. Let's skim the water, shall we? Yeah, we're throwing realism out the window for a minute just because I'm doing some basic testing, right? Speed brakes are deployed. Look at that beautiful water. You don't need to tell me to... There we go, here we go, here we go. I probably did, Carloxy, I probably did. Like I said, I'm doing a test stream. I'm trying to see how stable I am right now. Because that's the biggest thing. I want to make sure the stream stays smooth, as well as everything else. Let's see here. Okay, let's go and turn off the spoilers here. Sync rate. This looks pretty smooth though so far. I mean, 28 frames per second is pretty good if you ask me. Especially at our speed right now, you know, 311 knots, right? Let's do a vertical. Let's see what happens here really quick. Vertical time. Let's push down again. There we go. There we go. That did pretty well. Yeah, this looks smooth right now. I'm actually pretty impressed by what I'm seeing, to be honest. I'm shocked it looks this good right now. Now the real test is, let's go ahead and see what happens if I try to land at Princess Juliana. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump back out to main menu. I'm going to jump right back in. And we'll see what happens here, so let's find out, right? Because like I said, I'm really pushing my computer right now, doing what I need to do, so... is my takeoff command not working? I did not hear it. Let me make sure that that is... see here. There we go. That's working. Okay. That's working. So takeoff should be working. Let's see here really quick. Let's do an arrival airport. Princess Juliana coming in on runway 10. I don't even know why it would bring you in on runway 28. Who wants to land at Juliana at 28? I mean, seriously. And we'll go ahead and do live weather in time. Oh boy, look at this. This is going to be beautiful coming down, I bet. Hopefully the aircraft started in the air. It may not be, because I did set my default state for the CRJ to cold and dark, so more than likely it'll probably be off, so I'm going to have to start it really fast. Wish me luck. Now I'm just going to hit the ready to taxi state. It's probably the best thing to do. I'm going to be cold and dark in the air watch. Well, you know, just let us know, Canesto, because if you want to stream, you know, I'm definitely down for, you know, joining you and having some fun, so. But yeah, it looks like my stream is working officially. I'm going to see how well this, what happens to my frame rate here coming into Juliana. But let's see here. Oh yeah, so we got somebody with the bog follows here. Gotta love bog follows, right? But that's okay though, friend. You don't have to. There we go. Thank you so much, Canesto. I totally appreciate that. Yeah, you know, but it's definitely interesting. You know, I honestly wish my schedule was more stable right now too, but it's been kind of in a rise. So I did get the news last night that my friend's funeral is going to be on Wednesday. Well, Wednesday's the viewing next week. Thursday is going to be the wake. So I will be there probably for both of those. So if you guys don't hear from me on those days, it's probably going to be the reason why. I am planning on still potentially streaming, but I don't know how I'm going to be doing at that point. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and do it. Ready for taxi state here. Oh wait, I gotta probably unpause the simulator, right? Do I need to unpause the simulator to go ready for taxi? Oh, so it's not gonna let me do ready for taxi. Let's see if I can flip some switches here really quick. APU to on, air conditioning packs to on, left fuel pump, right fuel pump on. Let's see here really quick. Start up both left and right engines. Let's go ahead and turn on the lights. Yeah, folks, that's the ADG. It's the most annoying noise in the world, and that is automatically deployed if you've got no power. So I'm just really quickly adding in some things to see if I can get this plane flyable so we can get into the ground there at Juliana and see what happens. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, Canesto, the only reason why it doesn't is because I've got my default state set to cold and dark. So if you had it for ready for taxi, it'll actually still be flyable in the air. It's kind of weird how that works. Let's go ahead and just make sure everything else is on here. Hydraulic pumps are on. Both engines are starting up officially. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce fuel to both the left and right spinny thingies. And go ahead and just set those to full throttle because I'm going to need it here to recover from this pitch down attitude. And welcome back, MSFS. Barcelona to Nice. That would be kind of a fun flight, to be honest. I would enjoy that. All right, looks like my engines are almost up here again. Engines are coming up. Come on, I need power, Let's go. Yeah, and right now, folks, I am paused. I'm doing in-game pause right now, dealing with this, so. All right, here we go, and let's go ahead and unpause it and see what happens. All right, folks, so the ADG is going to be kind of annoying for a bit, so you're going to get this really loud buzzing sound in the background. The ADG automatically gets deployed if there's no power in the aircraft. So this little propeller on the front of the aircraft here is the ADG. I cannot stow that away. They will not let you stow this away, at least on this simulator. So let's go ahead and see. Maybe the update allowed you to store it? No. So it won't stow away until I touch the ground. Literally, the second I touch the ground, it'll stop complaining. So, but here we go, though. We're on our way here into Princess Juliana. Yeah, you know, honestly, we might do Nice then if that's the case. That'd be kind of a fun flight, to be honest. But let's see here real quick. Let's go ahead and get slowed down here. Or actually, let's just go ahead and fly it in for fun, right? Let's go ahead and just dump everything. We're going to bring the flaps up to full. Yeah, okay. Okay, airplane, quit complaining. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and just bring up the speed here so we can land really fast here at Princess Juliana, just to see how my frame rate does. I'm also going to go ahead and bring up flight recorder, just to see how well that's going to perform as well. Okay, there's my runway. Let's see if I can actually... All right, here we go. And just ignore the overspeed alarm, guys. That's normal in this channel, right? Totally normal. Like I said, I'm doing testing right now. That's what this is. This is a testing session. Flaps 40, landing gear coming down, power to idle. All right, here we go. Let's get this thing realigned here on for the landing. All right, let's go ahead and give some speed brake here really quick too. Also need to enable my reversers and my nose wheel landing gear. Okay, that's all done. Okay. I can maybe land now. Maybe. Here we go.
1,000.
All right, here we go. There's my frame rate drop that I was waiting for. All right, here we go.
Sink rate.
Little bit low of the glide slope, but that's okay. We're gonna treat this like it should be coming down. Give it some power here last minute. As we buzz over the tourist.
30, 20, 10.
We are down. And you know, it's funny, even though that's not, you know, my best landing with the CRJ, it's still a better landing, so. Heck of a lot closer to the touchdown zone, too. Back in power down now. Let's see what happens here. Okay, that was not too bad, so maybe I want to just do some basic settings for my stream to make it smoother here for airports such as this. So let's go ahead and do this really quick. I'm going to back off some graphic settings here just a little bit. Let's see here, and anastrophic. I'm going to turn off my texture super sampling completely. How much more is it going to give me? 3-4 frames a second, almost 4. Doesn't look bad. Let me go ahead and just turn it back on here just for comparison. Yeah, this actually doesn't look bad with it off, so I'm going to leave it off really quick. Let's see if we can replay that terrible landing for... Oh, wait, did I even click record? I didn't. You know what that means? I gotta take off really quick again just so I can land again. That's okay, we can do that, right? Let's do this really quick. Let's get back off the ground really quick. And just see how this looks here. Let's go toga. Not yet. Who says I can get off the edge of this runway before the runway ends? I don't. I don't think so. Let's go max power here. Max throttle. Here we go. Come on. Yeah, this is going to be a very short takeoff. Let's go flaps 20. 110. 120. Come on, go. Go, go, go up, go up, go up, go up. I said up, airplane, go up. Like that, there we go.
1,000, don't sink.
Alright, here we go. Now I'm going to try to land this again really quick. Like I said, just doing some testing, folks, so... Just seeing how everything's turning out, trying to get my frame rate smoothed out again so that everything looks good again. I think we'll have this looking good here in a minute. Luckily, the ADG's finally stowed again since we touched the ground, so... Yeah, I know there is, and so it's a payware mod, though. I haven't bought it yet, but I really am considering it because after I finally saw it yesterday, I think it's probably one of the better looking add-ons, at least for the simulator, because Juliana is just such a beautiful airport. You know, coming into San Martin, it's absolutely beautiful. Oh, wait a second. Oh, you think it's on flightsim.to? Because if it is, I'd definitely be willing to add it in for sure. But I do know there's a good payware mod, though, for it, too, as well. Like, the payware mod is well worth the price because it just brings in what you need for the airport here. Let's go ahead and turn back in for the runway. Flaps 40. I'm going to apply full power here as we make this turn, and I am going to click the record button here shortly so we can see how a replay will work with this right now on this stream set up the way it currently is. You know, I don't mind turning down my graphic settings if I have to, right? Especially to make things smoother on stream. That doesn't bother me at all. Let's go ahead and back this off again. Landing gear coming back down. All right, landing gear's coming down. And where is my runway? It's way over here. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's see how good we can make this look at least coming down, right? This time I've got a little bit better control over it because I'm not coming in at 300 knots, so I'm going to go ahead and just fly it in nice and gentle. Yeah, this airport is definitely worth the payware. If you look up the payware for this airport, it is absolutely incredible. You've got basically all the buildings around the airport model, plus it's one other airport too that you actually get with the payware, so it's pretty cool, and it's actually a really short hop even. Oh, I overturned the runway a little bit. Let me turn back in for the runway here. Get lined back up, and I'm going to hit the record button on Flight Recorder just to see how well this looks coming down. Going to go ahead and retrim out the airplane some. Retrim it. Trim it. Trim. It's like the biggest thing on a landing, folks. If you need to make sure that if you want to make sure that you put your aircraft down smooth, trim is one of the best things you can do, because realistically, most of your landing you're controlling with your throttle. You're not controlling with your controls. All right, here we go, and we are at 1,000. I'm gonna click record now. A little bit high, it looks like, but we're bringing it down gently here. Gonna go ahead and speed up just a little bit. Get my airspeed up just a little bit here. See what I got going on, and I'm gonna start cutting power here in a minute.
500.
Here we go. Cutting power back.
400.
Beautiful. Here we go. All right, we are on the glide slope. Let's see if I can make this look good. A lot better than yesterday, at least. I don't think that'll be too much of an issue. All right, adding some left rudder.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go down gentle.
10.
Down gentle. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. Okay.
Go, go, Quasi-Guru.
There we go.
Go, go, Quasi-Guru. Go, go, Quasi-Guru. You mighty Brian CJ4.
All right, that all looks good, actually. Let's see what the replay looks like, right? Stop recording. Let's replay this.
Sync.
All right, here we go. And we are currently under the replay, so it's going to take a second for the frames to catch back up. Here we go, right wing view. Here we go. Here we go. We're coming back down here for landing. Yeah, this one should look a little bit better at least. Pretty sure it will, at least. I hope it does. Let's see how we did here coming in for the landing. Of course, the frame rate doesn't completely shock me because of how high my graphics settings are, but like I said, I need to do some tuning still there just to make sure I can keep my stream set where I have it at as well. So, here we go. We're almost back down on the ground. And we begin the flare, start to bring nose over to the right a little bit. Oh, come on. Come on, baby, there we go. Look at that butter. Absolute butter, and basically on the center line, too. That was absolutely incredible. Let's go ahead and replay that one more time, at least. Let's stop that replay, and we are going to replay it again coming down. Here's the right wing view coming down. Yeah, that was center line, exactly. Left wing
sink.
view. See how this looks.
Don't sink.
Don't tell me what to do, airplane. If I want to sink, I will sink.
Don't
See how this looks.
400.
I love the call outs. I really do. Those are like probably one of my favorite thing about, you know, airlines and
Don't
stuff.
sink.
200.
Don't sink.
And here we go. We're about touchdown.
100.
Don't sink.
Oh, how close are we getting to the beach? Oh yeah, that's a beautiful beach approach.
30. 20.
Don't sink.
Like I said, I floated this a little bit longer than I wanted to.
10.
Down. And at some point I applied the brakes. I know I did that. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. I think if I back off my graphics just slightly, I think I'll be right where I want to be. Let me do this really quick. All right, let me jump out of here for a minute. All right, let's go ahead and do this number. Oh, and here is that really important part of the runway to do the turnaround at. We'll stop the replay so I can go and take control really quick and stop the airplanes for just a second. Okay, parking brake set, and I'm going to go ahead and just tune down one more setting and just see how much different it'll make the simulator look, because that one right there will be the big one that's going to determine if I need to back it off much more at all. Alright, that jumped me up almost. It's not a consistent jump though. Let's go and turn that one back up really quick. We'll go back up to 8x on that. 8x on that. Let's go 2x here, and then let's do render scaling at 70. Let's see what that does. Does that still look good to everybody? Does this look good right now? You remember my super sampling at 4x4? Because like I said, I can't remember how exactly I was set up before. But like my entire setup got like messed up here. Again somehow, so I think it looks good. Let me go ahead and replay the landing again, just see what it looks like here. So we'll do a replay. Give it a second to catch up. Here we go, 24 frames per second, 20, 31, 32. That's good so far, that looks good, okay. Let me go ahead and do that really quick too, because I guess I can do that live since we're just doing a replay anyway. Graphics. Turn down the anastrophic filtering. Okay, let's do that really quick, see what I get out of that. There we go. Almost looked like a robot landed the airplane. Yeah, my CPU is getting hammered right now, to be honest, though, so I already knew that was going to happen. And of course, it's only showing the hiccups because of the prior graphics settings, because of the replay, so the replay is pretty interesting due to that, but there we go. There's the replay. Replay works. I think that might be where I need to be at. I mean, the only thing I don't like is that, you know, I had to turn down the render scaling, but that doesn't totally shock me, I guess. I mean, I could try to go back up to 100. I just know that my setup is kind of ridiculous with some of the graphic settings here, so let's go back. My render scaling doesn't seem to be doing much, honestly, which is kind of interesting. Let's replay this really quick coming down. Let it catch back up for a minute. Yeah, this should be a pretty good view, at least to see how close we got here. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting landing here. I actually kind of like this nose view, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, I mean, the render scaling bit, like, I don't want to turn that down too much. Because like I said, I'm 2560 by 1080, but I'm also pushing OBS like crazy right now to do what I want it to do, so nothing really shocks me completely. Here we go, and how close did we get to the beach? Did we do it? Yeah, we did. Let's see here. How did we land? This is kind of cool to watch, actually. I know I threw in some right rudder last minute. Oh, was that really centerline? Almost centerline. Well, the nose came down on the centerline. I think that's really all that matters, right? The nose came down on the centerline, right? I honestly think that might be the graphic settings I need to stick with for now. But once again, folks, thank you once again for joining in with the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel. Like I said, this was a test stream, and so we did a little bit of things that we would normally not always necessarily do on the channel. And I do want to thank you all for joining in, though. It was wonderful to see some of your faces pop in here. And I don't know, I'm not sure. Should I leave this VOD up? Should I leave the VOD up for this one, or should I get rid of it? I don't know at this point, but look at that, though. Just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, sounds good, Noodles. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate it. So, should I raid somebody? Who am I gonna raid? Let's see here really quick. Who am I sending a raid to? Let's look here really quick. Who's online to send a raid to? Show more. You know what's funny? All my followed channels, I don't have anyone to raid on my followed. So, and that's probably because of what time it is, but Poutine Flyer, let's do it. Let's go ahead and send him a raid really quick. But folks, once again, thank you so much for joining in the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel. Kinesto, thank you so much for the host. Sky Command, also thank you for the tier 1 sub to Karloksky. Sky Command also followed the channel, and it looks like, I believe that was it, right? Yeah, so thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we will see you in the next one. We will definitely see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. Let's send that raid over to Poutine Flyer. There we go. All right, folks. Join in the raid. See you on the next one.